This is Don Moody with handymanreality.com of Edmonton, Alberta. We're here to change a receptacle from just a standard receptacle to what is called a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter. The reason we're doing this is because this outlet is within a meter of the water in the sink. There's also another one over here as well. This is a tester we use. It has 3 different lights on it. 2 of the lights lit up, tells you that the power is correct and that it's on, and these are off. Okay, so on a GFI, when you buy it brand new, it has this yellow sticker. Leave it there unless you know what you're doing and the reason why you are going to connect to those terminals. It covers up 2 terminals that are called load. These here are the power. So this outlet can actually protect, say, a whole bathroom by the power being connected to here, and then the bathroom fan or the light being connected to these other 2 terminals. The GFI has a test switch, a button that you push to test, and a button that you push to reset it when it's popped, sort of thing, because just a little bit of a ground short will make it pop and shut off the power. Okay, so I got some room. Let's take out this. Do these screws, I tend to do them evenly. I don't want anything binding. And I tend to make sure that it pulls out a little bit. Because a lot of times there's a part that would hold the screw on the receptacle. And if it's pressed up, it unscrews up there. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, we do have copper wire, but I see that we have what's called a pigtail. And we have a pair of them in there. A pigtail is when you say maybe have aluminum wiring. And when you have aluminum wiring, what you're going to do is take a short chunk of copper and you're going to twist it all together there, nice and tight. And you're going to use something like OxyGuard. This will prevent oxidization of the aluminum wiring, so it stops it from being a fire hazard, sort of thing. So that's what's going on in there. Thankfully somebody's done it for me, so I don't need the OxyGuard and I don't need the wire, and I won't need the strippers. Well, Donnie likes a stripper. Whoops, I did that on video, didn't I? Okay, so we only need 3 connections here. One side is a neutral wire, which is white and goes to a chrome screw. There's a straight copper connector, goes to a green screw, which is the ground. And when you flip it around to the other side, the screws are brass. And there is a black wire, which is the actual hot wire. So we are going to pull those. Now the green screw tends to be done with Phillips, and darn, I got too much stuff going over here. It's hurting my back. Always nice to work in somebody else's house. Oh, this one actually does have a number 1 Robertson. undo each one of them. I tend to take a flathead screwdriver to help me open up the loop so that I can pop it off. The short wire makes things kind of fun. You can't always see what I'm doing. So, same thing with the neutral, which is the white wire. And we'll open that puppy up so that we can pop it off. Remember, the white goes to the brass, or pardon me, the chrome screw, and the black goes to the brass screw. When you put the hook on, the screw tightens up by turning this direction, so you want the loop to go in the same direction as the screw turns. So you want it this way, you wouldn't want it the other way. You kind of catch what I mean, probably. So, I have a nice deep box, which is a good thing. I have the screw direction is going to go this way. And I usually like to try to get that loop back if I can by either using the clips on there, some little clips they have, or I literally put my screwdriver in and pinch it closed again as much as I can. It's just good to have it effectively tight. So that's one down. I believe that I can take that ground out. It's out. We'll pop the ground on. Try to make it closed as much as we can. Usually you don't do this with a drill. I just didn't have two screwdrivers handy today. So if you're doing it with a drill, you'd need to be very, very gentle. Okay, so the last one in the connection is the pot, which is the brass screw and the black wire. And since I've already opened that so much, I'm going to close it already more. We're going to slide it on so that the tip is always in the direction that the screw tightens up. We want to get that loop nice based right down in there. Yeah. Try to close our clip as much as we can, our loop. And we spin that tight. So there's those little screw holders. So we are going to make sure that the ground goes down, not up towards the other terminals. And then this is all going to slide back into the hole until we can get the screw lined up. It's always a little tight on a Renault. Sometimes you'll actually change the box if there's a concern. So we want to get it back till we can line up one of the screws. Pop it into its hole. Get it started. And the other one. Try not to knock the glass over. Look for the hole down there. There we go. Once I have a couple of them, then I tend to push it back, make it settle. In Canada, we like to have what's called the ground pin to the bottom. Now, this type of a tester actually has a button for testing a GFI. And this is a tamper-proof, so I'm going to put that in there. I'll be back in one moment, and I'll turn the breaker on. Turned on the wrong breaker. Or so, this type of a tester has these two orange lights and a red light. Now when that shuts off the reset, and there it goes back on. So I'll show you this. And you see the different light codes, color codes. So when you walk through a house and you plug one of these in, it tells you if the electrical is done correctly as to the three wires. So this has been Don Moody of HandymanReality.com of Edmonton, Alberta. Thank you very much and have a great day. What do you think?
Good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So do you think a guy could